Hello, in this video we're going to be covering how to build your very own sugar rocket. For the example that we use, we're going to use just plain cane sugar. In this case, we chose the pre-ground up one, which is really powdery, and that's just for ease of handlement. We're also going to need this specific brand of stump remover. And the reason that we go for this specific brand it's because of its potassium nitrate content. And this is going to play out to be very important in the future. So in this example, we have gunpowder. This gunpowder comes from the equivalent of about 7 gun shells of a 12 gauge round. This burns basically the same way that our fuel is going to burn. It contains a fuel source, which is a carbon-based material, and then an oxidizer, which is a material that contains a lot of oxygen. In this case, the formula for potassium nitrate is KNO3, which means there are 3 molecules of oxygen in each molecule, 3 atoms of oxygen. And this just contains sucrose, which is basically a type of carbon. You could use other things like ground up wood or charcoal. Gunpowder actually uses charcoal. So what we do is we blend these two together in a ratio of 40% to 60%. And if we blend it real well, we eventually end up with this powder. This is the already ground up version of it. And this is very flammable, so be very careful when handling it. We're also going to need, I forgot to mention, bentonite clay. It doesn't have to be exactly bentonite clay, just any type of clay that can be compressed and hardened. In this case, we chose bentonite clay because it's readily available. Once again, we ground it up and we made this powder. And using a ramming rod, we're going to pour this into our pipe, which is just basically a 1/2 inch PVC pipe with a screw on top. We pour it in here, we ram it in, and it's going to create a really solid ending, which is going to serve as an extra wall for the tip of our rocket. Then we're going to put in the powder and create another ram in it. After the fact, we're going to drill a small hole into one of the sides, actually this side. That way, when we light it, the propulsion comes out at this side, and the rocket moves the other directions. Basically, Newton's law of thermodynamics, which says that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So we've got that covered. So now they have the rocket propellant or propeller. What do you do? Well, what we did, we actually built a rocket. This rocket, you can put it on, attach it, and fly. And the reason that we wanted the screw-on one is because you can attach a screw-on female attachment here, and if you just put it on there, it's ready to go. You just light it, and this can take off. And when you're done using this, you can just take the fuel propellant off and put a new one in. And you can also control the sizes. That way, you can make it fly higher or not so high, whatever you choose. Thank you for watching. This has been my video.